Thank you for watching. So I thought I would shake it up a little bit. Yeah, they took their lights off real quick now. What? What's happening? I thought I would shake it up. I was waiting. I was getting myself together. Hold up. I was getting myself together. I'm going to sit this down. I was getting myself together. Hold the telephone. I said that I was going to start. I said I was going to start talking more about, not often, but enough of what's happening and what's going on. As somebody that is dealing with, they calling it organized community harassment. That's the technical term, organized community harassment. And community could simply mean a group of people. It doesn't have to be, family necessarily, but it's a community, a group of people that have decided to join together for the shared purpose and cause of following someone. Now, I've already seen several patterns tonight. As I was getting ready to leave my son's place, I had gotten my bags together, and because I can tell when I feel people playing energy, okay? For those of you who are on the path, you know what I'm talking about. I know when distorted witches are around me, and I know when they're working their works, even when they're the retarded kind, when they're the bitches that's 5 years old doing spell work. Okay, look at, yeah, that motherfucker left over there because they was sitting woo-de-woo. Just, this is the kind of shit. So I just want to show y'all. See, I'm over it in a sense that, yeah, these two hoes as well, the bitch right there and the bitch right there. Okay. All right. And so, like I said, throwing in a curveball at these motherfuckers. Okay. Some of them thought that I was just going to come in and do the debut. They thought they was finna to get my flashy light. And I was like, oh, look at that. Nope, curveball. You on TV, you on Candid Camera, live and in living color, you stalker, mentally deranged bitches and niggas and bitches on a regular, daily. And some of them, listen to me, repetitive vehicles. So it's like, repeat vehicle. Even in my son's apartment complex tonight, it was a smoke gray. I want to say, I could be wrong, it might have been like a Jeep Compass, Cherokee, or something like that. Retarded ass. Okay. Just sitting her whole ass, you know what I'm saying, up in the motherfucker. When I come out, finna leave, minding my damn business as usual. Okay, as usual. Now, as I said, I felt these hoes upstairs from my son playing in my energy. Them and they little partners. And I said, okay, well, let me go. I'd already planned on leaving at 9. So I was like, well, had already finished everything with my son. Dinner was done. He had ate, Osiris was straight. He had his shit. And so I was like, okay. So, and now y'all can't see it, but I got 2 bags I'm carrying. They probably noticed that as well. Okay. So, look at dumbass. So I come out, and that's when I saw the Compass or the gray little mini SUV, whatever. And they wasn't parked. They was just like sitting. The engine was on, and I didn't think nothing of it. I just smirked and just kept about my business because I was like, whatever. I got my data. I got enough data that I need. Okay, so I was like, okay, boom. And then I just kind of walked over to the side. I wasn't even finna, because what they not finna do is this, okay? y'all better catch a fucking clue of who you fucking dealing with. I'm not stupid. So just because I'll come to a plaza like this and you know, basically punk my, you know, antagonize their ass and shit. That's what I was doing the other day. I was like, oh, how you like it? You feel vulnerable? You feel vulnerable, huh? Spotlight, I see you. You feel scared because I walked right up to you? Huh? Yeah, you do. But what I'm not finna do is, you know, put my son at risk. So I'm not finna play that in his complex so that they can run to the manager bitch and be like, whoop, she came up, she was walking in circles in my on my car and I was just there texting somebody and I I'm like, nah, we ain't doing that, honey. You dealing we're not doing that, baby. Not here. You need to go get that much needed medication, that much needed therapy, all you some bitches that y'all should have been had. Cause you cause you worried about me. Look, I don't care. Look, and the hole is still sitting, whoever this motherfucker is. And now it's one over there. I don't care. I don't care. But they gonna be on live TV. They live on YouTube. So they ass can get bought the fuck on in on charges on this RICO. They want to be a part of a group, then they want to be a part of a group's demise, nigga. Because that's what the fuck is happening. Retarded motherfuckers. Now, as I said, trying this bullshit, these psychological games and shit. Childish, juvenile retards. Guess they want that Walmart gift card super bad. I guess they want that rent paid. I guess they want them charges dropped for Christmas so they can see little Bookie. Now, y'all see the other cars? Look at the red truck over there, the one that just came past. Oh, I'm clocking. I'm clocking. I'm clocking. I done cracked the code. Listen, I done cracked the code. I done figured a whole lot of things out and have gotten a whole lot of information. And I'm going to say this for the record. To the motherfuckers, okay, let me just go ahead and start, bitch, with the ones and look, who this motherfucker back there, nigga. Anyway, let me start with this, okay. I'm gonna turn off the flash because maybe that'll be better so I can throw them off a little bit. Hold on, let me turn that off. Oh, how do I turn my flash off? There we go. Boom, that's better. Boom, bitch. Throw their ass off. Retarded ass. Anyway, so what I want to say, I'm going to say something to, because there's several groups. So let me go to the ones that are connected to my youth. Okay. I have to go back there because some of it, this is tied. Okay. I know that's a lot of information and it's convoluted and it's kind of like what's what. But the truth of the matter is that's just the way it is. Okay. So to my youth. So I'm going to like 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, let me say something. Let me help you. I'm going to tell you something right now tonight. Tonight, bitch, tonight. I know you're watching me. The one I took the fall for. I know you watching me and your people. I know that you've been watching me. You and your people. The one I took the fall for when I was a kid. I know that you were working with my retarded ass relatives. Hear me good. You owe me. But you know what? I had actually, see, this is where this is about to suck for you and your people. This is where it's about to get real interesting. It's going to suck for you and your people. Because you know what? I didn't care. I mean, I cared, but, you know, life goes on. And as I continued to grow and evolve, I was figuring out my way. So the funny, ironic thing is that I had actually let that go. I let that go. As unfair as it was, I took the fall and I did not get any support. I didn't get any help. I didn't get anything, but my life affected by it. Okay? I didn't get anything. And you better not come near me. I hope you go into your car if you're smart. Anyway, because I got my blade. Now, I was prepared to let it go. The fact that I took the hit. I didn't get any support. I didn't get nothing, nada, zilch. And I wasn't even the fucking mastermind. I wasn't the tools, bitch. I was just the weak ass teeny bopper face used for you criminals. Okay? For some little chump change, some raggedy, some Trump change in comparison to what the fuck y'all retarded asses got. Now, I let it go. But now, you have managed, you and your people have managed to start something. It wasn't enough that you robbed me and my son. You better hope, let me tell you something right now. Don't let me fucking find out. Let me find out, nigga. Let me find out. I saw the picture. Oh, see, where y'all, see, this is what's gonna fuck you up. I have the memory of a fucking elephant in spite of your seasoned witches. I have a memory like a fucking elephant. Now, the FBI showed me the picture of you, the one I took the fall for. The FBI showed me a picture of you, nigga, holding my then 1.5-year-old son like a football. It looks like he was squirming and looks like he was crying. I saw that. And all I'm going to tell you is this: you better fucking hope. Because let me find out you did some weird shit with my son. Let me fucking find out. Let me fucking get a hold of some shit that you did some weird shit to my 1.5-year-old son with motherfucker. You might as well start counting your fucking days. And anybody that's special to you. You understand me? Was this shit a plot? Is that why your whole ass came up in Club Metro, nigga? Was that what this was? On assignment by possibly my actual father, possibly. I haven't gotten enough confirmation on that to say that emphatically, so I'm not going to go there, but it's looking really suspicious. Sugar. It's looking real strange, nigga. Huh? Let me tell you something. Is that why you came back around? Somebody that was famous already? Huh? And these motherfuckers better get the fuck on. This ain't show over. Ain't nothing here for you. See, these motherfuckers an ask for it at this point, being weird. Now, as I was saying, somebody that had become famous, because you become famous at this point, motherfucker. You got that big deal. Kind of ironic, isn't it, after meeting me? Huh? You got that big fight. Got that breakthrough. Huh? And then when I broke up with your ass, you know what I'm saying? Whoop. And then boom, all of a sudden, and abracadabra, and voila. You hit big. Oh, people, you can put on all the alarms and sounds you want. You're not dictating shit. Except for your demise. Now, back to what I was saying. Is that what that was? Because you had already gotten married and had kids and you were successful, right? Little old me. I was just a little youngster, teeny bopper, little single mama. Ain't have shit. Back then ain't had shit. Was looked at as not going nowhere. What the fuck? After 10 years upon breaking up, what the fuck would you want anything to do with me or my people? What could you possibly be wanting? You just want to see how I'm doing? After 10 years? Not to mention that very same year, me and my son gets into a near-death accident. We should have died in this particular accident. We slid off the freeway in 2006 at night in the rain. And the car flips. And I don't know who the fuck came to help us, bitch. Okay, but was that a coincidence, or was that, you all using the distorted witch that is who I thought was my mother, and their chaos magic, and it wasn't successful? See, I can't remember if you reached out to me before or after it, but I do know emphatically it was in the same year. And I'm supposed to be, oh, you just ran into my eldest sister. Well, whoever, fuck it, who the fuck she is, bitch. I don't even know at this point, nigga. But I'm supposed to believe you ain't seen us in 10 years. 10. We broke up, what, 96, 97? 96. I think we broke up at the end of 96. And so this was 2006. So you mean to tell me in 10 years that I'm supposed to believe y'all just ran into each other, freeway in Glendora or Glendale, nigga, whatever, and y'all pulled over, whoop, you and your homeboy, and you was like, where is your sister at and shit? You was famous and with money and a wife and 1,000 kids by then. And you see all of the ops coming out. They coming out, bitch. And some of these motherfuckers scared. I would be too. Because you created a monster. You poked the bear, now everybody's gonna get sheer hell. Now back to what I'm saying. Back to what I'm saying. Dumbass. Back to what I'm saying. So, what was that? That was the plot, so it could look like a tragedy. You were working with my family so that it could look like some kind of tragedy, that it was some kind of mishap, a car accident, something in the food, and I just got sick, and it's just this unfortunate tragedy. You was working with my yuck mouth mother and trash mouth sister. Huh? For some insurance, for some inheritance, for some energy. For some energy. Didn't you do that before? Is it possible? Is it possible that you or someone in your bloodline? Is it possible that's how you got, you'll break into the Olympics or the amateurs? Is it possible? It's sick. If that's the case, if that's what the fuck has happened, it's sick. And you all need to be shamed. That's what I'm saying about that. People writing books. I know about your people. Writing books need to not write nothing. They need to not say nothing, not write anything pertaining to human decency at all. And look at the motherfuckers coming out for the show. Typing and shit, nosy asses. I'm finna make a move. And if they stupid enough to follow me, then they're about to find out. Dumbass. Hold on one second. Retarded motherfuckers. Bear with me, y'all. Retarded sons of bitches. These country ass fucking children of the corn motherfuckers. I'm putting something up in one of my bags, y'all, because I'm finna move it around. Because these niggas just want their asses to be dealt with. Fucking mind your business. What's wrong with you people? You nosy cunts and fucks. You fake golly motherfuckers. I'm a man of God. I'm a woman of God, faith. You're a killer and a stalker and a weirdo and a greedy, money-hungry cunt. That's what you are. A bitter, tantruming 3-year-old who ain't never heard the word no, think your shit don't stink. Think you're better than and shit. That's what you are. I'm your trash. You're trash, trash, trash. And so is this motherfucker right here. Now, let's see if they're retarded enough to follow me. Retards. Fucking degenerates. They poked the bear. They asked for it. This is funny to me. They asked for this shit. I'm not going to give them what they're wanting. I know full well what they're doing. And that's not going to fucking happen. What's going to happen is I'm going to get them. These people need to be studied. Cut open and fucking studied. Objectifying humans for dollars and cents. And then got the nerve to say, well, praise the Lord. Praise God. They're weird. Money hungry cunts and fucks. and I'm going to have their head on a platter. Now, be retarded and follow me. It's all in her head. Ain't nobody stalking her. It's all in her head. Ain't nobody following her. It's all in her head. Ain't nobody studying her. Ain't nobody paying her no attention. It's all in her head. Hold on, I gotta get my spray. I gotta get my bug spray on, y'all. That's another thing about this place. Fucking country, backwoods. Can't even go outside and enjoy, you know what I'm saying, without needing a shit ton of fucking repellent on you. Because that's how infested it is. I'm looking for my spray, y'all. Bear with me. What did I do with it? Hold on. I'm looking for my spray. So that way I don't get all ate up. Okay. Now, let me get back to focus because I feel like they're a distraction anyway. So let me sit my ass down and get back to focus here. Whew. Okay, so as I was saying, you better hope, okay? I had to address that first because you guys have already stolen enough from me and my son. We got the shitty end, okay? And the fact that you all continued to try to do shit, it's like, oh, yeah. Y'all want to die. You want to die. Yeah, you do. Y'all, you want your shit over with forever. Yes, you want curses upon curses on that ass. You want it. You and my people. I'm not going to say my people. I'm going to say the motherfuckers who were my handlers. Okay? I grew up with. And then chances are my blood. Now, since I've addressed that, okay? Because that's a big deal. These are the people, the reason why I had to go back is because that's where heavy money is. Okay, because you guys got to understand, to be able to do something to this magnitude, it's a couple of things you got to have. Okay, you can't do nothing to the magnitude that has been done. Listen, I have gone from California to Nevada to Texas, and it's the same shit. Okay, in fact, it's increasing. So what does that tell you? What does it tell you? And when I say Texas, I'm talking about southeast country bumpkin ass, nothing ass town. Okay, and I'm sorry if that's offensive. I'm referencing that because I'm speaking this way based on the experience that I've had. It's fitting for the experience that I have had. Okay, if that's offensive to you, it's fitting for how me and my son have been treated and the things that we have encountered physically and otherwise. Okay? And then a shit ton of people that just looked at it as an opportunity, okay, to get some kind of come up, an opportunity. And I got full judgment on this fucking state, especially Southeast Texas, the so-called Bible Belt. Full judgment on these motherfuckers. People have been doing spell work. That's, spell work poison. That's why me and my son have been feeling the ways we've been feeling. It ain't because, because otherwise we're healthy people. We don't have trash ass lifestyle like the most rest of these motherfuckers. We ain't out here filling our bodies with a fucking bunch of liquor and drugs and out here hoeing and running the street and doing swoopy-whoop. It was no reason. There was no logical reason for my son or for me to have physically experienced the things that we did out here. So I know that this thing has been to try to do away with me and my son while we in this country bumpkin ass Southeast Texas ass country ass Silsbee and Beaumont, Texas. That was the thing, because then again, then it can look like a tragedy. So what they've been doing is lying to people, because it's not like these people are disclosing and telling folks the truth. They're not going to everybody with full disclosure. The only people who know the full business is the ones that was in on it from the gate. But other people that they're bringing in, they ain't not telling these people the truth. They lying to get people to be willing. You see what I'm saying? Not that that makes it right, because ain't nothing nobody can come and tell me. Ain't nothing that nobody can come and tell me to get me involved in stalking some single mama and they disabled kid. There's nothing that nobody can tell me that would make me want to agree to participating in that shit. There's no amount of money, no amount of nothing. But they go to these people, they lie. In some cases, they try to make it like I'm some kind of fugitive, or that me or my son are some kind of danger. They try to make it seem like I'm some kind of unstable. And people are gullible and stupid. And especially if they're already jealous and they want to believe something bad about you anyway. So it's just, it fits. Meanwhile, they're not telling you how they've been poisoning you and your kid. They're not telling how they've been, sabotaging your life in the background, trying to make things difficult for you. They're not telling about the spell work, but then they're trying to convince people, oh, they're just mentally she's just stressed out because of raising a disabled child. And, she's just, nah, niggas. I know full well what the fuck has been going on, and I will have each and every last one of your heads. I will have your head. I'm letting you know right now. I will have it. I will have it at the end. I will have it. Robbed me and my son of a life to sustain their own trashy life, their own hoeing and drunken and fucking and partying and wooty-woo, whatever the fuck. Doing energy work on my son. I'm coming for you, people, and I'm letting you know. You might as well count it as an absolute. I will have you. Trying to make sure, here is where this is coming from. The last puzzles I have finally put together is, oh, okay, Eureka. Oh, because it's been a lot. And so I had to really separate my life for a long time. I had to, so that I can just get my capacities. So I figured out, oh, okay, I get it. Since people was losing proximity, okay, and the spell work And, you know, some of the sabotage wasn't effective enough. I kept knocking them down. I kept overcoming. I kept getting back up. I kept moving on. I kept rebuilding. I kept going. You know what I'm saying? And then I didn't die in these this chaos magic holes, that they have been successful with killing bitches via car accident. Okay, so it should have been a surefire thing. Well, unfortunately, the bitch did not understand that in which nigga was, because it didn't work, did it? Yeah, it didn't work. So this is when it starts to, now they just figured, okay, well, let's just make it so, let's just commune no matter where they land. Let's find a way. Okay, if we can go through government housing programs, okay, let's do that. Let's find a way to infiltrate that, to make sure that they're surrounded by negativity, to make sure they're surrounded by people that are intentionally trying to cause them some kind of negativity. Because maybe, if we can do that, then, their defenses will be brought down, because then they'll have no space. They'll basically have no space and no place to go where they're not dealing with some type of an assault. So let's start communicating, using our power, money, tools, and resources to communicate. There's always corruption. There's always corruption. There's always a price. Most humans walk in can be bought and sold. And they know that. So let's start working our works there. And then so we can also, surveillance them illegally, so that we can know their whereabouts, their movement, who they're with, what their plans are, so we can keep track of whether or not our spells are effective. So if our spells are effective, then maybe we can lay off of physically trying to poison them, or if we need to then bring in some physical poison, and so we can have some kind of idea of what kind of approach do we need to have. So we need some retards that live in the same complex as them, that's mentally disturbed and will do anything for a buck, a fuck, and a taco. We need to access them. They'll do it. We need to get some religious fanatic. They'll do it. We need to get some pretentious bigot, some racist prick. They'll do it. Where are the narcs? Narcissists unite. They'll do it. They'll do anything for a buck, a fuck, and a truck. Oh, I'm hurting feelings tonight. I'm hurting feelings good and plenty. It's just the way I need to do it. I need to do it. Enough. We need to get these apartment complexes involved. They retarded ass. We need to get these niggas jealous bitches, I'll rally them up, because, they don't know nothing. They primitive. They'll do anything to clout chasers. They'll do anything. Let's have them watch her on social media so we can see where they're at and what they're doing and what they're saying. So we can steal that too. So we can copy that too. I know all about it. And I'm going to tell more of this story in pieces with dates and events in living color. Every day, there's disturbance in my son's apartment. And when I say every day, I'm not exaggerating. I am not exaggerating. I have decided to put recorder because I want the proof for myself. I decided to put a recorder that is not connected to an internet, because anything connected to an internet is something that can be tapped into. So I decided, they still have them, just go to Walmart. I decided, okay, I said, nah, every so often I'm gonna make sure that their noise is down. I'm gonna make sure like the TV's off and everything. And so that whether I'm there, whether I'm not there, that it's on. And so that the patterns of this daily excessive noise that they're doing, even past quiet hours, that it's on the recorder and that it's placed in a position close enough to the ceiling so that they can pick it up, so that it's not too faint on the recorder. And it's unfortunate that that's the kind of shit that I have to do, because this is the type of psychological games that they're playing. Every day, weird niggas and bitches in Delta Manor apartments, whether it is the resident or their friends and family and whole bags who come through there, I don't care. And I'm talking from the cops that's in there, absolutely. They all know each other. They intermingle buildings, especially building 4, 5, 6, and 7 for sure. For sure. I done seen it with my own eyes. Okay? Connected to my ex, one of my exes, I should say. And their people, children, people all connected to housing and property management. That they thought I wasn't going to pick up on all this. I saw my ex stalking me too. When we first started talking, I played it off. Like I didn't see him. He even made a sound because he was either watching me and stalking me, and had possibly been doing it prior to him even approaching me, because I didn't approach him. He did something on an assignment for the whole at where my son was living at before. And they are all a part of those that are having issues with me. I was assertive with his first landlord. I was assertive with his second landlord. I was assertive with Beaumont Housing Authority. And all of these energies have a problem with that. And that's just the goddamn bottom line. And they're all watching and stalking my social media. And some of them have a problem with that, but that's not their fucking business. Some of my son's old neighbors, when he was in Silsby, that lived next to him in other apartments, the bitch, you know what I'm saying? Both of them motherfuckers, they keep trying to put us sandwiched between toxic motherfuckers. I picked that up. It ain't no coincidence. I'm just playing a game with their ass that they're playing with me. Because they sit up there and try to act like they don't know what the fuck is happening. What is the coincidence? What's the likelihood of my son 2 times in a row being placed in the same building as some retards? Yeah, I said that, goddammit. Because if they fucking with me and they fucking with my son, they are. What's the likelihood of that happening? Now, come on now. And as big as the complex is, what's the likelihood? Is that's not something that the other bitch asked for? Could you put her in this unit? Could you put him in that unit? Mm-hmm. And have the other bitch over there, the motherfucker, say something rude to her son and wooty woo. These people, they're asking for it. They're all asking for it. You don't come for my life. And let me say something, if I haven't said it enough. I have been patient and I have tried to eloquently communicate this in a non-emotional way. I've tried, all of those things. It's like, okay, look, I don't want your men, people, because some of these folks, that's where they at in their consciousness, and I understand that. Okay, once upon a time, I was like that. Their whole thing is a man, a man. You know what I'm saying? And a man or stuff or shit like that. I don't want none of these people's stuff, and I don't want their man. I do not care. I don't care about what they look like. I don't care about what they have. They need to accept this. I'm not in competition. They're in competition with me. I've been minding my business this whole time. And these people have been busy minding my business this whole time. Stealing, hating, sending their hate energy. I did not come for my ex or any of those people in Silsby for that matter until now. You don't come for me. I don't care who sent you. You don't come for me. You do not come for me. You don't come for my son. And then have the audacity to have some kind of feelings about how I'm speaking, and have the audacity to feel and believe that you and your people should have some kind of supreme protection. These motherfuckers want their asses fucked up. Like I said, it's time for me to move to my next location because these retards. Yeah, take your bitch ass on. Take your bitch ass on. Take your bitch ass on. Because you finna get got. You about to get got. Bring your happy ass. You wanna come? You got something to say? Shit, I wish these people would get some damn balls and stop playing pussyfooting with me and shit. They so you bad. You bad. Shit. Stop playing. Driving around in circles and revving up engines, nigga. Could you do anything outside of that? Shit. Vroom, vroom. Could you do anything else? I'm bored. I've grown bored of it. Do something else. Weak ass. Yeah, I said that. Because they are. Anybody can hide in a little car and drive in circles. Vroom, vroom. I'm in a car. Look at me. I'm stalking, but I'm a cowardly bitch. I'm a cowardly nigga. Don't do it. As I was saying, stalkers and they're cowards. Get your weak ass out the car and say something. You ain't gonna do that because they ain't paying you for that. They paying you just to be there. But you ain't got no real balls. If I were to snatch a little group posse from you, you'd cower right before me. Right before me, you'd bow. And they begin these little teeny boppers too. That's what's sick and decrepit about this shit too. They be recruiting these little teenager ass little motherfuckers. They don't have no goddamn morals. None. They have no limits. They don't care. 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds to do their shit. As if that's going to save any of them, because it's not. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Something else I noticed, they never, they rarely ever come alone. That's why I say they're cowards too. It's always at least two. At least. Okay? For me, just for me. Average size, average weight, okay, person. I ain't no 6 foot something, 200 muscle bound. None of that. For me, okay? For me. Two. At least two. They're always in groups and crowds, and at least two of them. If not that, they do it one by one. So they'll synchronize some shit. One will come, and then the next hoe. Okay? Anyway, so now let me get to, I'm getting off track. I'm finna move it around a little bit because these motherfuckers are a distraction, and they gonna make me have to put some curses on they dumb ass as well if they don't get the fuck on. And look at the street theater. Look at that. Ooh, they screamed. They yelled. That's supposed to spike some adrenaline. That's supposed to spike some cortisol. That's supposed to spike, fuck you. It ain't doing nothing but helping me to finish you. And I will have you. Come for my life, you country motherfuckers. Give a fuck who you know, who your granddaddy is, who your fucking uncle is, your daddy, your mammy. You don't fucking come for me and my son, nigga, with your street theater. You gets nothing, horse. You can scream and you ain't gonna spike nothing. See, that's what happens when you deal with your own shit inside. You ain't gonna spike nothing now, nigga. You can make your kabooms. You can do it all, baby. Now, when I do it to you, don't cry like a bitch, though. Okay? When I come out here with my neon lights on, don't be sitting there crying and want to call the manager. Oh, manager, there's a lady out here walking around. Yeah, oh, now you want to cry? Now you want to cry? Now you want to cry? You about that stalker life? You about that stalker life? You can't have it both ways. Oh, they're looking at me. Yeah, because I'm observing you stalking me. So Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. Dumbass. Yeah, they asking for it. Fucking target me and think I'm gonna let your life be easy. I'm not. I'm gonna fucking torture you. I'm gonna torture you. I'm gonna torture you. See, that's what people get. They can't fade it. They can be the bully, but they can't handle. They scared. They can't handle that shit. It's like, no, that's what you do. That's what they paid you for. They paid you for that. You're about that life. You're about that life. So that means you know that any day now you are subject to get that ass whooped, and you subject to be stalked. You're about that life. Mm-mm. Go on, be about it. See, this, I think they didn't expect this part. Mm-hmm. Weird ass. Because them girls were all of what, 15, 16, 17, 18? They're using youth. And look at these motherfuckers. They still here. And here comes possibly the next one. So go ahead, for you motherfuckers that's watching, is in this parking lot. Those of you that are watching online and you're sitting in the parking lot here looking at me, and you have been hired by the retards, this is what I want you to do for me. Okay? I want you to go ahead and tell them this. If you're in connection with them, if you're in connection with my relatives that hired you, tell them bitches to count their days. Okay? Now, if you are in connection with the man of my youth that has access to money and resources because he became famous, you also tell him, stop being a coward and stop sending people to do his business and face me like a nigga. Okay? You tell him that for me. Now, if you're connected to my blood, where I am finding out that my father might be different than what I thought, and you may have some proofs and truths and know something about that, I want you to do me a favor in that respect. Tell him or his PRs, people, if he is my daddy and shit, whatever, whoop, tell him the same shit. Stop being a coward and a pussy. And stop letting bitches run his shit and say what the fuck he need to say to me or want to say to me. But also tell them I ain't worrying about his little money, honey. Okay? If that's all the fuck you people scared about losing, I was never asking for it. Hell, I didn't even know. But this investment and trying to end my life and my son's life, this investment to try to get me caught up to cover up you all's mess is something that I'm going to get each and every one of you for. Period. The end.